All right, let's just jump right in. I mean, we all see it, right? AI is changing, well, everything. And it's happening so fast. But here's the thing. As all these industries are getting a complete makeover, one idea is becoming super clear. Our human edge, that's what matters most. So this isn't really about what machines can do. It's about what they can't. And, that leads to the big question. The one that's probably bouncing around in your head. It's that little bit of anxiety, that worry that a lot of us feel when we think about the future of work. You see these ridiculously powerful AI tools, and you just can't help but ask, okay, so where do I fit into all this? But what if that's the wrong question? What if we're looking at this whole thing completely backward? The future isn't about us versus the machines. It's not a competition. The real game changer, the real path forward, is learning how to work with it, how to collaborate. So let's break down the exact skills that are going to make that happen.
Okay, so first up, thinking skills. Let's talk about the stuff at the very core of what makes our brains so human and unique. These are the skills where, sure, machines can help out, but they can never, ever truly copy that spark of human judgment and pure imagination. So, let's look at a couple of these. What's so cool here is how we can flip the script on our relationship with AI. Take critical thinking. An AI can hit you with a fire hose of data, right? But it can't give you judgment. So here's a smart way to learn. Use AI to argue against you. Seriously, have it poke holes in your ideas to stress test your own logic. And then there's creativity. Look, AI is an amazing remix artist, but that spark of true original thought, that's all you. So use it, let it be your wildest brainstorming partner, and then you come in with your human taste, your intuition, to make something that's actually new. And we can build right on top of that with problem solving and strategy. An AI can spit out answers all day long, but you're the one who has to frame the right question in the first place. You're the one who can navigate the messy, ambiguous real world. So the key here is to let AI do the heavy lifting, run the simulations, crunch the numbers, but you own the why. You own the core reasoning. Same for strategy. An AI can spot a trend, for sure, but it takes a human to set the vision, to decide which way to go. You have to see both the map and the terrain.
Okay, so we've talked about thinking, but what about feeling? In a world that's getting more and more automated, these skills, the ones that build real human connection, they're not just quote-unquote soft skills or nice-to-haves anymore. Nope, they are quickly becoming our most valuable assets, period. And this just shows the massive difference between analysis and real understanding. An AI can scan 1,000 emails and tell you the general sentiment, but it can't feel empathy for the person who wrote them. It can mimic a conversation, sure, but it can't build a genuine relationship. What's great is you can use AI as a sparring partner to practice, like role-playing a tough conversation. But that emotional intelligence, that EQ, that's 100% human. And that's the stuff that actually builds trust. Okay, now these next two are absolutely critical, especially now. Ethical judgment and collaboration. As these AI systems get more and more powerful, our ability to make the right moral call it's just not optional anymore. An algorithm doesn't understand fairness or dignity. You can use an AI to map out a complex ethical problem, but the final judgment call, that has to be us. And collaboration? Yeah, an AI can organize a workflow, but it can never, ever replicate that magic, that synergy that happens when a team of passionate, creative people really clicks. So we've got the thinking skills and we've got the human skills, but what's the glue that holds it all together? Well, it's a mindset. These last two, they're not just about what you can do. They're about how you show up in a world that is changing faster than ever. First up is adaptability. And let's be clear, this isn't optional anymore. It is a core survival skill. We're living in a time where the rulebook is basically being rewritten every single day. The people who are going to thrive are the ones who can bend without breaking. It's all about staying curious, staying flexible, and being genuinely excited about having to learn something new.
But okay, how do you actually get better at being adaptable? It's not something you can just decide to be. You have to practice. You turn it into a habit. A great way to do this is with little learning sprints, just like what you see here. A simple 7-day challenge to pick up one tiny new skill. The point isn't to become a world-class expert in a week. No, the point is to train your brain to love the feeling of learning again.
And that right there leads us to the big one, the ultimate meta skill that fuels everything else we've talked about, lifelong learning. Seriously, if you commit to this, if you see yourself as a learner for life, then change isn't scary anymore because you're built for it. You just evolve right along with whatever technology comes next. And here's the really cool part. You can actually use AI to get better at being a lifelong learner. It's like your secret weapon. Set a goal for yourself, something simple, like, I'm going to learn one new thing this month. Then, ask an AI to build you a roadmap. Ask it to be your guide and keep you on track. You're literally turning the technology into your own personal coach for future-proofing yourself.
All right, so after going through all of these different skills, what's the one big idea you should really walk away with? It all circles back to the very beginning. It's about a fundamental shift in how you see all of this. And honestly, this quote just says it all. AI doesn't replace human intelligence, it amplifies it. Read that again. It's not here to replace you, it's a tool to amplify you. It makes a smart thinker even sharper. It makes a creative person even more imaginative. It helps an empathetic leader connect even better. It boosts what's already there.
So if you remember one thing, let it be this. The most successful people in this new era won't be the ones fighting AI. They'll be the ones working with it. It's about finding that perfect synergy. It's about you becoming the human co-pilot, sitting in the captain's chair, guiding this incredibly powerful tool with your wisdom, your creativity, and your sense of purpose. Which leaves us with one last, and I think really powerful question to ask ourselves. Stop asking, will AI take my job? And start asking this instead. How can I use this amazing technology to become even more human? How can it help me become the curious, adaptive, and truly irreplaceable learner that the future is crying out for? And the answer to that? Well, that's completely up to you.